The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has been explaining how it recovered the sum of $9.8 million and £74,000 from a former group managing director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mr. Andrew Yakubu. According to the Efcc, the money was hidden in a fireproof safe inside a building in Kaduna, allegedly belonging to Mr. Yakubu. The Efcc explains that it conducted a raid on the facility on February 3rd, 2017, after receiving an intelligence report about suspected proceeds of crime believed to be hidden in sums in Sabantasha in Kaduna State. On arrival at the facility, the caretaker, one Bitrus Yakubu, a younger brother to Mr. Yakubu, disclosed that the house and the safe where the money was found belonged to his brother, the former NNPC boss. Meanwhile, Mr. Yakubu has reported to the EFCC zonal office in Carnal, where he has admitted ownership of the recovered money, claiming it was a gift. The federal government says a cell of a Boko Haram affiliate, the Muslim Brotherhood in Kogi State, is acquiring bomb-making chemicals and high-caliber weapons to perpetrate acts of terror, including attacks on banks, armed depots and prisons in the country. According to a statement by the Minister of Information and Culture, Mohammed, intelligence showed that the cell was making frantic efforts to advance its IED making capacity through the acquisition of chemicals used for producing IEDs. In his words, further intelligence monitoring has revealed that members of the Muslim Brotherhood are planning to forcefully free their members who are in detention in Kogi, Abuja and Kaduna, including one Bilyaminu, an IED expert for the group who is now at Kuje prison. The minister therefore appealed to Nigerians to be vigilant and to report any suspicious persons or movement to the appropriate authorities. Staying with security matters, troops of the Operation Latvia Duly have reportedly killed scores of Boko Haram militants following an ambush staged by the terrorists. In a statement by the Deputy Director, Army Public Relations 7th Division, Lieutenant Colonel Kingsley Samuel, the Army says the troops fought their way through the ambush but lost 7 of their men in the process, with 19 others injured. The soldiers were said to have been conducting a routine rotation of troops last night when the incident occurred. The wounded soldiers have been reportedly evacuated and are currently receiving treatment at the military hospital in Middlebury, the Borno state capital. The Nigerian army has found guilty the 2 soldiers seen maltreating a physically challenged man on the streets of Onitsha, Anambra State last Tuesday in a video that went viral. In a statement by the army spokesman, Brigadier General Sani Usman, the soldiers, Corporal Bachir Samuel and Corporal Abdulaziz Usman of 82 Provost Company, have been sentenced to the reduction in rank from corporal to private soldiers and 21 days imprisonment with hard labor, which includes forfeiture of 21 days' pay to the federal government of Nigeria. The Nigerian army has also reached out to the victim of the assault, Mr. Chijioke Oroku. Let's cross over to Abuja now. Here's Maokbe Ogun. Maokbe.
Well, thank you and hello, Ijoma. The Supreme Court has dismissed an appeal filed by a representative of Anambra Central Senatorial District, Senator Uche Ekwunife, challenging the nullification of her election by the Court of Appeal. In the lead judgment delivered by Justice Amina Ogi, the court affirmed the position of Chief Victor Ume of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, who is Ekwunife's challenger at the lower courts. Justice Ogi held that the terminal point of all disputes over National Assembly elections is the Court of Appeal, adding that the Apex Court lacked jurisdiction to hear and determine Ekwunife's appeal in respect of the Anambra Central Senatorial election dispute. The Election Petition Tribunal and the Appeal Court had ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission to conduct a fresh rerun for the senatorial district. The former chairman of APGA, who was physically present in court, appealed to the Independent National Electoral Commission to conduct the Anambra Central Senatorial District election in line with the verdict of the Court of Appeal.
The next thing to do this morning is for INEC to fix the date for the fresh election ordered by the Court of Appeal. This judgment has resolved all the issues. Firstly, the judgment read this morning has confirmed that PDP's candidate was disqualified by the Court of Appeal, before it ordered for fresh election. That being the case, under our law, somebody who was disqualified in an election can no longer take part in the fresh election. Supreme Court has decided it since 13th of February 2009.
In the lower court, an Abuja High Court presided over by Justice Jude Okeke has adjourned the trial of Justice Adeniyi Ademola to the 20th and 21st of February, following an application for adjournment by one of the defense lawyers, Mr. Robert Clark. At the resumed hearing of the case of alleged corruption preferred against Justice Ademola, who is a serving judge of the Federal High Court, Mr. Robert Clark prayed the indulgence of the court to enable him attend to his health. The prosecution team, led by Mr. Shegun Jegede, did not oppose the application, as he informed the court that a member of his defense team is currently on admission at an undisclosed hospital. Presiding Judge Jude Okeke subsequently adjourned the case to the 20th and 21st of February for continuation of trial.
Based on an application by me, we all agreed to take an adjournment for personal reasons. That's the reason, But it was based on the consensus of Auckland.
One of defendants' counsel was ill and couldn't go on with the trial, so he had to ask the court for an adjournment, which we graciously granted. We acceded to the adjournment because he was actually not physically okay. So it comes up, I think, 20th and 21st of February.
Away from the courts, the move to enhance the powers of the ECOWAS Parliament appears to be in full swing as the regional body is set to adopt the draft report for full implementation of its Supplementary Act. Now, the Supplementary Act enhancing the Parliament's powers was adopted in December 2016 by the 50th Summit of the Authority of Heads of State and Government in Abuja. According to the Vice President of the ECOWAS Commission, this will help check the leadership and security crisis, such as that experienced recently in the Gambia. Our correspondent, Omelogo Nadi, reports.
This is the first extraordinary session of the ECOWAS Parliament for the year 2017. The major item on the agenda is the consideration and adoption of the draft report for the implementation of the Supplementary Act that would enhance the powers of the ECOWAS Parliament. This enhancement, when implemented, is expected to complement the ECOWAS Commission and curb many security crises across the region.
The year 2016 was particularly the year during which the adoption process of the Supplementary Act, enhancing the powers of the Parliament, set in motion by previous legislatures, was accelerated. The challenge posed by the adoption of the Supplementary Act requires that we rethink our commitment to take the democracy further with the strategic plan of Parliament as a guide.
The Gambian crisis shows once again the relevance of enhancing your powers. Your democratic monitoring will certainly be the guarantee to preventing the reoccurrence of such a crisis in our sub-region in the future.
Of interest to the ECOWAS Parliament is the apparent restriction of movement across borders, especially the collection of exorbitant fees by border officials. The members of Parliament say sensitization and reinforcement are imminent.
The problem of the society is to make sure that rules are made, rules are obeyed, and excesses of human nature are curtailed. Some of the clauses of our powers have just been enhanced. And so when these powers are enhanced further, then we'll be able to contribute our quota as a parliament. Enforcement
of such laws has allowed the free movement of persons across the borders of ECOWAS member states will be more achievable when the powers of the ECOWAS Parliament are enhanced. Parliamentarians believe that at least 50 to 60% is achievable across the region. Omelogo Nadi, Channel Television News.
Jais Bank, Nigeria's only non-interest commercial bank, on Thursday listed 29.46 billion ordinary shares of 50 kobo each at 1 naira 25 kobo per share, adding an estimated 37 billion naira to the market cap of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Despite being a non-interest bank, the lender has diversified the investor base of 30,000 shareholders. Channel's business news anchor Harriet Agbenyi reports.
Jais Bank comes to the Nigerian stock market at a time macroeconomic challenges depress investors' appetite for equities investing. The Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Oscar Oyema, commends the bank's management for scaling the rigorous listing requirement.
This step indicates the firm's belief that in spite of the economic challenges facing the nation, our platform remains a veritable avenue for raising capital and enabling sustainable national growth.
Chairman, Jais Bank PLC, Dr. Umar Abdulmutalab, believes the listing will open up opportunities to all Nigerians.
You are free now to buy shares on the floor of the stock exchange, and this is to make the shares transferable in liquidity, so that people can buy and sell at their own will, in their own time when they want to do that.
The management hopes the listing would signal stakeholders that non-interest banking provides alternative means of contributing to the nation's socio-economic development while maintaining a healthy, symbiotic relationship.
There has to be a real value-adding transaction to be created for us to make money. So it goes with the economy, it goes with the underlying transaction that is real.
The bank's projection for the next 5 years indicates a gross revenue of 16 billion naira by 2021, profit before tax of 7.9 billion naira, and a payout ratio dividend to shareholders of not less than 50% by 2018. Over the next few years, Jais Bank promises to focus on changing how banks should operate to better improve the loss of the community while delivering on their commitment to the investors and shareholders. Harriet Agbenyi, Channels Television News.